Good day, dear viewers! Welcome back to Audible Assets! Now, as you can tell, we have a lot more people than our first episode, but let's not forget the very first guest that come with us so far. Introducing...
Hi, we're Locquettes, and I'm the CEO, the Chief Executive Officer of Locquettes, Haley Havalosa.
Hi, I'm Liza. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer under Content Creations.
And we are your bag's most stylish companion.
Thank you so much, Locquettes, for joining us today. Now, for our next guest...
TheVerseWear, Evangelism Through Fashion, presents to you Ron Moniva, Chief Operating Officer, Jean Perez, Chief Executive Officer. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much again for accepting our invite. Now, this may surprise you, but I finally brought in one of our officers from Kyutings.
Hi guys, I'm Cyril Ryan Gabilagon and I am the Chief Executive Officer of Kyutings.
And for our slogan,
We are your cute cleaning critters.
Alright, so, but that's not the end of it all, for we have another very special guest today.
Charmisté, and I am Kaizago, the operating manager of Charmisté.
I'm Aliyah Mendoza, and I'm the Human Resources Officer. And for our slogan,
Tiny cameras, big memories.
Thank you so much, Charmisté, for reaching out for us. This has been really nice to hold. And thank you all again for accepting my invite. Alrighty. So, let's bring ourselves to the crux of today's episode. Today's episode is Entrepreneurship, which I'm sure all of us has done considering the ABN Bazaar.
What are you doing?
It's okay. Alright. So, we all know for a fact that entrepreneurship is the basis for all of our ideas, concepts, building blocks. That's why we had marketing last time. It's always based on entrepreneurship, what we want to sell, right? So, our first question that we would like to ask is this. What is the key factor behind your company's conceptualization and the creation of your product?
I feel like one of the biggest factor is trial and error. It's like really finding what works for your company as a group, and also what works for your customers, then what they want, what they're trying to find in the product.
yeah, I feel like trial and error din. Kasi I remember our first initial product was customizable phone cases. Yeah, like, what do you call yung ano? It's like
Parang Kino Blue.
That one.
Tapos you find your charms. But then, it wasn't feasible kasi mataas yung cost. And
Yeah, that's a
I
lot.
feel like maraming phone models. So, you can cater to all phone cases.
Yeah.
So,
Tapos after that,
and after that kasi, alala namin, parang bawal daw yung customization or like on-the-spot selling. Sabi ni Miss Nerys. So, yeah.
Sir Patrick.
Yeah, you didn't mention that.
Yes, it is.
So we had to think of something na readily available and mababa yung cost. And during that time, Kaisa's father, di ba, he has a 3D printing machine.
and
Oh.
Parang as a hobby.
And then, since parang meron na kaming ganun na resources, I just tried to find na lang kung ano yung least cost and yung parang feasible talaga sa business namin. Kasi parang nung time ng first term, nagmamadali na kami. And parang yun lang available.
Whoa, so like your whole product was based on a 3D printer.
Yes. Yeah.
And parang yung product kasi namin, we thought of something na it's not readily like sold sa mga retail stores or like it's not something you would casually find sa malls or it's unique.
That's true. Actually, like their product.
Your product's so cute.
It sold out when I tried to buy.
Whoa.
There were so many people wanted to buy.
So like after the Bazaar, it's like, I wanna go home.
We're tired.
Relatable. I relate to you, Hayley, in so many things I want to buy, but so little
also
money. Let's go! Thank you guys so much though. Ang talaga, resourceful kayo. Oh my gosh. Respect for that. Respect. Okay. So now that we've answered that, let's move on to our next question. When conceptualizing your business, how did innovation play a part? And actually, can someone here provide a definition for innovation real quick?
According to Miss Mix, Miss Michaela said that innovation is putting this idea and that you're gonna put this idea and implement it in a way that's really creative and feasible to the community, from how I understood. According to Miss. Yeah, that's social impact.
Was that first term?
Second.
Oh, second term. Okay. Alright. Any takers for this question?
The first word can take it.
Alright.
So just like what Haley said, in accordance to the terminology of innovation, that can I say So we can actually define it by knowing the difference between what creativity is and the difference of it from innovation. So creativity actually is the first layer to innovation. Creativity is what the idea is, the new and unique idea. And innovation is what strives to use it as a concept, that certain creative idea. So innovation is just like Charmisté's product is what something is the key factor that makes a product unique. And so, in accordance to the question, ano yung question?
Yeah,
Conceptualization your business.
He's still yakking.
How
You're
did
still on the
innovation play-
innovation.
So have you noticed at all, everyone, that in the entire 56 groups in the ATM Bazaar, no one else dared to speak the Lord's name. Now isn't that quite interesting? And you know our product is t-shirts. Very common, very common. You can find that in thrift shops, anywhere. You can find it illegal in malls. You can just find it in the streets being sold.
In the bazaar, even.
At the Bazaar,
Yeah.
even. At the Bazaar. We had so many competitors. The disparities at Dayan. I don't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. Anika. Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to bleep that.
Bro, you're
Guys, can you cut this? By the way, sorry.
No, cancel Jin.
Break the
cancel
fourth wall.
Jin.
Anyways, I'm not gonna talk about how better our product is. I'm just gonna talk about
Yo!
how unique it is because it does not. It is a fireplace of innovation, really. Because first of all, I already said it uses the word of God, and the mission of that brand does not just come from the partial fulfillment of Inkvim or business encrypts. Our group actually wanted to do it to spread the name of the Lord, and that's the only reason why we're doing it. Wherever you walk, Christ is preached, and that's why our motto is evangelism through fashion. TheVerseWear. You wear your verses, you spread it to the populace, you change the world. Thank you.
Okay, so to answer the question, since innovation is, I think it's always interconnected with conceptualization. Because conceptualization talks about the concept. When you create a concept, you need to know how to execute it. So that's where innovation comes for us. So we talk as a group, in terms of conceptualizing the concept of evangelism through fashion. And then how do we execute it? In what kind of product? And that's where innovation comes from. And we innovate, we try to think different ways on how to express that kind of concept and to be able to reach our target market, really, which is encouraging faith in the youth. So that's the answer to our
Wait, can we also add one more thing? Actually, our product, I think that part of the reason why we're classmates in the first place is because our product is very similar. Charmisté, we would have been competitors if we continued. Kasi customizable.
Customizable?
Customizable phone cases. Same concept, like as insane.
Pero I think we're not based on product.
Oh really?
Yeah, we're not.
Before we were, but
How are we grouped actually?
random names.
Random,
Oh, really?
yeah.
That's why, actually, nagulat ako, we don't have any boys in our class. There's like only 9 guys.
But sad ka, Hailey. Sad.
What's that about?
No, I'm not saying it. Not saying it. That's okay, Haley. Maybe one day.
One day.
One day.
One day.
Maybe.
One day.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna get copyrighted.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not even gonna listen to
The
this.
first way, fashion,
Yeah.
super fashion. Uy.
Okay. Thank you so much for answering the question. I did have a little bit of a question. I was going to ask for a follow-up, but then I realized, oh wait, that makes sense. Okay, so moving on. Oops, daisies. Actually, you know what? Wait, I want to ask a question. This is for everybody here.
Yeah.
Do you think everything, and I mean as in everything, can be used for innovation? Like from a speck of dust to math to whatever. Do you think it can all be used for innovation?
This is for everyone.
Yeah, for everyone.
I feel like to some capacity, yes, but there can only be so much that something can achieve, I guess.
The limit of
Yeah,
what-
even with the most creative person, you can give them a speck of dust, and even they can't do anything with
I was
it.
gonna make an analogy about that.
Yeah.
You want this to try?
No.
Actually, that follows up nicely with our next question. Is there a limit or range to how innovation plays a part in your product or business?
As for Kyutings, I think initially in our conceptualization, we had a few products in mind, which I don't really remember that much, but the only thing I can remember about it was the fact that it was very much a lot. I feel like it's common with a lot of startups and with, especially in the product conceptualization phase, for you to differentiate and identify your product based on its features. And those sorts of innovations, while they are good, can also be the downfall of your product, because not only will adding these sorts of innovations and features up your cost, it can also complicate the very design of your product as well. And I think eventually we had to simplify it, Kyutings, to a plush keychain with a microfiber handkerchief in it, and even then it's still kind of a few moving parts, not really moving, but a few different parts still being combined together. But what I'm trying to say here is there isn't a creative limit, but in practicality there should be. Yeah.
What do you think should be that practicality limit? Like 2 features, say 3 features?
I wouldn't put a number on it. Yeah. I think that really just depends on how the company and the product manufacturer would want to carry themselves. If they want to be the product who has a Swiss Army knife, then sure, yeah, go ahead. But like, I wouldn't be opposed to buying a product with just one single feature and then it just does its job well. Yeah.
Okay. Question for all of you. Would you prefer one feature or multiple features?
Depends.
Yeah.
Depends on
It
the
really
function.
depends on the function.
If that one thing can do its job super well, then why wouldn't I get it? And if it does multiple things but has a different, it doesn't really do it that well.
Yeah.
It would depend if I super need it.
It depends on the niche, like if it's a need or a want. So if it's a want, then maybe I would try to choose a certain unique factor that you'll find, like a fidget spinner. I would use that to like it's not really a need, but I really want to do it.
Sure you want to.
I really want to spin it. Like it's so like fun. Like I can just do that for like 2 hours.
Really?
And if it's a need, like food, then obviously there's like taste, quality,
Yeah.
Features, yeah.
price. So yeah, it depends.
Okay, that makes sense.
I feel like going back to the Swiss Army knife analogy, I feel like a lot of people would consider Swiss Army knives as not that useful unless you're going out like camping or going on a survival situation. Because a lot of the tools there, while they are handy, you wouldn't really need all of them in a specific time.
You wouldn't stab someone like that.
What?
Why is it so
Like,
imagine that there's
No one has to set for that.
they wouldn't it wouldn't function as well as a tool set basically,
Yeah.
like a separate entire tool set. Yeah. So I guess it really just depends.
Tune in next time for customer buying habits. Anyway, I think I should want to make that the 5th episode maybe, customer buying habits.
Yeah. Is that under marketing? It's like another niche, bro.
I think it's another need. We'll get back to that another day.
Well, you know.
Alright, moving on to our 4th question. What do we base our innovations on? And can we say that the basis we use is effective? This is quite similar to our previous question. So, any takers?
For Locquettes naman, what we kind of based it on is we actually based a lot of the innovation of Locquettes on the needs of the Lasallan community. This is because for us, the purpose of our business was more of to help Lasallans instead of just for our own profits. So when we first innovated Locquettes, we looked at the needs of the Lasallan community, and especially within our group, kasi out of our group, Lifestyle is one of the commuters, and also Liv is a commuter, and so is Janelle. I myself have commuted a few times, and I'm just gonna say right now, how do you guys do it? Because it's like, whoa, okay, it's really wild, the commuting environment. So the purpose of Locquettes, as I said before, our innovation is grounded on purpose, design, and service. It's basically to help commuters feel a little bit at least safer. Kasi when I commuted once, I had to put my backpack in front of me because I was scared someone would take it. Like they just put their hand. So the point of the lock is to, of course, stop the zipper. So for us, innovation is based a lot on on purpose, Lasallan needs, and that's also why I believe it's also effective. Because we made sure, besides from of course serving the Lasallan community, it's catered to Lasallans. Because we made sure that the design is very girly, actually, because I myself am not girly, but then the Lasallan community likes a lot of girly coquette themes. So we chose that kind of theme and we ran with it.
Yeah, first we wanted to be like gender neutral, but then still visibility pa rin, or scalability pa rin when it comes to innovation. So we had to really change the heart locks and make it appeal more to women. It's becoming marketing.
But technically, right, I think it's technically gender neutral.
Technically, yes.
Because the boyfriends buy from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was so fun.
Psychology treatment ba?
Kasi we made sure to include the black heart for the guys as well if they really want it. Because I know some guys who bought it for themselves because they got the black heart. Yeah.
Zero.
Zero, yeah. Oh.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah, what is it?
Does that mean, do you consider your business as a social enterprise business? Kasi it's grounded on a target muna before you guys meet a product, or I guess that's how I understood it.
For us kasi, for social enterprise kasi, yeah, it needs a purpose, it needs to feed it. Pero for
Yeah,
us, we
social.
don't really have, we don't have a stakeholder. Like, during our
yes,
production
okay.
process, operating, marketing,
Very
you could see that we're not really a type of business that profit over needs, but actually, we want to balance since, startup kami, and we also have budget constraint. So, with our operations, it's, I would say there's no stakeholders for it.
Yeah.
We're trying to keep minimal as if we're environmental integration, but then there's not much.
It's more of we just made it with a purpose, of course, because profit is one of course, we have the 3 lines, right? 3 base lines: profit, planet, people. Profit was of course one of them, but we of course put people a bit foremost. And when we were making the product, wala naman stakeholders, we just wanted to help them sell.
Yeah, we're trying to push to give quality talaga.
Okay. Satisfactory.
Satisfactory.
Why are you the host now?
Should I give my job to you? No way. Alrighty. Thank you so much for answering the question. Anybody else want to chime in on that? Anyone?
Sorry.
Going twice? Okay. Now on to our final question. Would you say entrepreneurship is an ever-continuous process?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's tiring process.
Tired? Yeah.
Absolutely tiring.
Why? Why?
Are you not an entrepreneur here?
Are you not an
I'm
entrepreneur?
just asking, is it wrong to ask? Is it wrong to be curious?
What's your answer, Reggie?
What's your answer, Jay?
Can I was the first one that asked.
No, what's your answer?
So we
What's the
want to
first
hear
one
you
that
first
asked?
and we'll answer your
I said, everyone said yes, yes.
Is this real? It's a cycle of...
Yeah, so why would you ask?
Yeah, what was your
Because I'm
answer?
curious. I don't
No,
know.
what's your answer now?
What's your
No,
answer?
that's how we.
So you don't have an answer, that's why you asked.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for being honest.
Evangelism through fashion.
I feel I suddenly feel like actually when answering this question.
Next
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Is it an ever continuous process? Yes, absolutely. And I honestly say I want to die from it.
Oh.
Hold on.
Why not?
It's tiring. It's absolutely tiring, especially in the financial front, because at one moment you're like, oh, the break even's fine. And then after the Bazaar, you're like, we fell short. My point is that entrepreneurship and finance itself is very interconnected to the point where it's absolutely horrendous to sometimes keep track with. Because for one part, you have all these different options, these different items, these different sellers. You need to compute each one to find the best price, the best product, the best quality. And sometimes things just don't turn out well.
Yeah. I feel like her.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She's doing really well.
Yes, really
I love
well.
Johnny, but wow, my God, this girl.
You really see the ledger.
Like you're like,
And what I really like looking at is just list of expenses. Because of the simplifying, it's like,
Oh,
you spent that much. Instead of actually looking at the record. The sheets, expenses. So they just like,
That's why entrepreneurship can be tiring, but it is also fulfilling naman. Kasi at least as entrepreneurship is a process, you get to add more to your product. You
Yeah.
get to add more features that your customers can enjoy. Kasi with Locquettes, we do have more things coming up. And it's something that also makes us really excited because at least we are able to add something to our product and to our business.
Great value. General.
It's really
I
nice.
think it's also a process of learning for the entrepreneurs. Kasi minsan, syempre like it's your first rodeo. So minsan parang nagkakaroon talaga ng problem yung product. And you have to really assess kung ano yung problem and you have to try to fix it para you can serve your customers better. And for us as a Charmisté, during our first product launch, we had a problem with the photo templates, the photo strips. It was like crumpling. It's like scratches and here maghanap ng problem. At we were able to replace na siya ng solution kasi kami talaga yung nag-research doon. Wala kami mga measures. Kami talaga lahat nag-process nun. So parang nung yung problem na yan, we try to fix it and we try to learn and we try to give the best output dun. Yeah.
Usually for businesses, you're kind of creating something new. So
Yeah.
there's lacking research.
Yeah.
So you and your executives have to really, what do we do about this? And
Yeah.
sometimes it's really a gut feeling for us. Sometimes minsan hindi siya logical, actually.
Oh yeah, there were so many times that we spent so long debating or something because there was not enough research, there was not enough certainty.
Yeah.
So and then you just have to sometimes go with the
Gut feeling to it.
It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah.
I location na like roll a D20 right now. See where we
We should stream the BNG sessions. We should stream it.
On the podcast?
I mean, I'm opening my channel soon, so sure. I'm happy to. Any comments from our beloved CEO of Kyutings?
I think I would also agree that that entrepreneurship is an ever continuous process because from the start of just idealizing, conceptualizing your product, even after selling, where you have like downtime of assessing all your assets and trying to research for product diversification, I think it's definitely still part of the process. And even by the time that your product eventually runs out of its value, there's still some sort of entrepreneurship happening there with those last bits of those last legs of the business. And that's why I think it's ever continuous, because even after your product's death, that doesn't mean it's the death of business opportunities. There's still more to make enterprises about, essentially.
I think that brings us to a really nice closing to this episode. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Enterprise Building CSR, the episode of Entrepreneurship. I would like to thank each and every one of the Alien Bazaar teams. What are you doing? I'd like to thank each and every one of us from Locquettes, TheVerseWear, the Charmisté, the Kyutings. Thank you all so much for being guests here. I am very appreciative. And next time, I promise I will schedule a conference with Manichenko.
Yeah.
So?
This means I love you. This is not wrong. This is I love you. The Pope Francis used this. This is also the Jesus sent.
Thank you for that wonderful information.
Oh yeah.
It's very interesting.
Very relevant.
Alrighty, now for our beloved outro. Well,
Okay, this is Locquettes, and we hope to see you in our next bazaar. And beware, because we're opening pre-formed soon. Bye.
Okay, so yeah, we'll be coming up with a new product diversification soon, so check out for that, and make sure to keep updated on our social media pages.
Hello, this is Charmisté, and we will see you on the next bazaar. And wait for our
New products and our
At TheVerseWear, by the way, not PH. But not by the way. At TheVerseWear, not PH.
Bye bye from there, Kava.
well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Audible Assets. I am your host, Sean Calvin Ke. Thank you so much for being my guest, and see you next episode at episode 3, Accounting.
I'm a being there, guys.
Bye.
Be there, guys. Your
Okay.
favorite.
And